Hello, hello, and welcome to Monday Marketplace Mantle. Business strategies, prophetic strategies for ministry and marketplace. I'm going to give you a 3-minute grace period. I know this is not my time, but if you all know, I am traveling right now and I'm currently in the airport in Singapore, and I'll be headed back to the United States. So I have a flight to Istanbul, and then from Istanbul I'll be going to New York City, and from New York City I'll be going to Tampa, Florida. So pray for your girl. Please pray for me. I sure appreciate your prayers. I solicit your prayers right now. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Say hi and tell me where you're tuning in from, because I'm not super sure. I can see that one person has arrived, and of course I'm going to do my grace period. So we're going to do a 3-minute grace period. So like and share if you're tuning in. I appreciate you guys for tuning in. My goal is to be here every Monday at 12:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But now I am in Singapore, and there's a 12-hour difference in the time. I was supposed to get on this morning. I was trying to be as close to 12:30 as possible, but they winded up delaying our flight. So we got a text message. I'm glad we didn't come to the airport. We got a text message that our flight was delayed, and because our flight was delayed, I got me 2 more hours of sleep, and then I came in. Hey Carmen, thank you for tuning in. I appreciate your faithfulness and supporting and watching and liking and just being interactive on Facebook. I really appreciate that. So we got about 1 more minute to go. Yeah, I am here in Singapore at the airport. Our flight leaves at 7 o'clock this time, which is 7 a.m. So we're a 12-hour difference from Eastern Standard Time in the United States. So if it is 12 a.m., if it's 5 a.m. here, actually it's 5:29 a.m. here. So that means it's 5:29 p.m. if you're watching from Ohio, but if you're watching from the West Coast, California, the time is different. So I'll have to tell you all about all the wonderful things that I experienced here in Malaysia and Singapore and Panam. It has been an amazing time. I met business people from all over the world, and it just was really good to see what God is doing in people's lives as it relates to their businesses. So thanks again for tuning in. So I'm going to dive in. So today I'm going a little off script. Today, I want to go over some of the things that I learned here at the conference. So I'm here at something called the Best Business Practices Conference, and they talked about best business practices. And we had people from Mexico, people from South America, from Africa, from India, from China. It was just people from all over the world, and they came to share the best business practices with doing business with people that are not like you. Because, sometimes as Christians, we can be a little different. And being a little different is okay. So what I want to share with you guys real briefly is an overview of the 7 stages of business. And if you're in ministry, you can put that in there as well. But please mark your calendar. I will be in Cleveland, Ohio on May the 30th. And on May the 30th, I'll be teaching about these 7 cycles a little more in depth as it relates to ministry and marketplace. But today I'm just going to touch bases on marketplace. So our 3-minute grace period is up. So if you all don't know, hi, I'm Teresa McCurry, the CIO, Chief Inspirational Officer of Super T Inspires. And I'm also the co-founder of McCurry Ministries International. And that's where me and my husband come together, and we help people with marriage, ministry, and marketplace. And our niche is discovery and startup. So if you're in the discovery stages or the startup stages of your business and your marketplace, that's who we come alongside, and we help you guys. Hey, Dr. Denise Cunningham, dog, is so proud of you and all your accomplishments. So we're going to go over the 7 stages of the business cycle, the business life cycle. So stage number 1 in your business life cycle. Please like and share. Please like and share, everybody. Tag a business bestie. Tag somebody that's an entrepreneur. Tag somebody in business, because I think today is going to be beneficial where you can see where you are as it relates to business, because a lot of times we get started and we don't know where we are, and we don't know what we're doing, and we don't know who can help us along the way. So I am here to help you guys along the way. So the first stage of your business is your discovery. The discovery stage is like, you know what, I have this idea. I think I want to do a business. How can I do that? So I've given you, this is week number 7. So in the previous weeks, I've given you some things to help you with that discovery stage. Who am I? My mission, my vision, my core values. Who am I serving? My target market. How do I plan to serve them? Where do they hang out? Meaning, where do they hang out on social media? Where do they hang out in real life? So you want to have a target market that you're going after. So the first stage of your business is discovery. Hey, Mandy Fresh, thank you for tuning in. So the first stage of your business is discovery. After you go through your discovery stage, that's a lot of preparation. So please don't blow through your discovery stage. When you're going through your discovery stage, you want to do all the paperwork. You want to have your business plan together. You want to have your marketing plan together. You want to have your strategy. You want to know what all skill set do you need to make this business successful. So don't blow through your discovery stage. So stage number 1 is discovery. Stage number 2 is startup. Startup is, I'm actually going to start this business. I'm hanging my sign out, whether it's a brick and mortar sign, whether it's an online sign. I am ready for business. I'm starting up. And most of us, when we start our business, we start with a hustle. We start with a hustle, and then we eventually turn that hustle into a business. Hey, Rashonda, thanks for tuning in. So we normally turn that hustle into a business. What do I mean by that? When we start off with a hustle, that means I'm baking some cakes. I'm providing a service. I have some goods and products that I'm selling, and I'm selling them. I have not yet got my EIN. I have not yet got my state certificate. I have not yet got my bank account, right? I have not yet made my business legal. So that's all part of the startup. Once I've hustled for quite some time, and I'm saying, oh, you know what, this is really a business. Let me get my paperwork together. All that's a part of startup. So then once I've started up, I got my paperwork together. I'm ready to go. I am making money, but my money that I'm making is not covering all my expenses. So in phase number 3, the goal is to break even. Right? So if I'm spending $100, I need to make $150 so I can have a little profit. But in the beginning, you won't be breaking even. Sometimes it takes 3 to 5 years for a business to get to that break-even stage. So break-even means that my income is covering my expenses. That's a simple way to look at it. If I'm breaking even, phase number 3, my income is covering my expenses. But how would I know that if I'm not keeping up with my income? So I got to keep up with my income to know if my income is covering my expenses. So the best way to do that is to have a spreadsheet, use some of this AI technology that's available to you with Claude and other AI tools that'll help you put all your expenses down, put with your revenue that's coming in, and find out if I'm breaking even. Because my philosophy is, if it don't make dollars, it don't make sense. We can only do it so long. We can only be in that discovery stage so long. We can only be in startup for so long. Eventually, we have to get to a point where we're breaking even. Other than that, it's a hobby. It's not a business. So if you have a hobby, you just do what you do. It's a hobby. But if I'm in business, I want to make money. That's the ultimate goal. So I want to get to the break even. And then after I get to the break even stage, the next stage, number 4, is profitability. And profitability, that means I've gone beyond breaking even. Now I'm making a profit. So now I'm spending $100 in expenses and I'm making $200, right? So then I'm making $100 profit. I'm making a profit. That's the ultimate goal. Let's get to profitability. And then once I start making a profit, then the next level is sustainability. Can I sustain? Can I sustain this for quite some time? Because a lot of us as entrepreneurs, we really are purchasing a job, right? We have a business, but we have to work in the business every day. We have to make decisions in the business every day. We have to be hands-on in the business every day. When I get past profitability, I'm making a profit, and then I want to go to sustainability. So in sustainability, that means that the business can run without me even being there. I don't even have to be there. I don't have to show up. I have systems in place. I have processes in place. I have procedures in place. That's the sustainability. I can go away for 30 days and this business can still run. Why? Because I have key stakeholders in place. I have a team in place that can run the business without me being there. That is sustainability. So I want to get to where I'm sustainable. So first, discovery. 2, I did the startup. 3, I was breaking even. Then 4, there's profitability. I'm making a profit. Yay! And now it's sustainability. The business can sustain without me being there. So that's the ultimate goal. One of the ultimate goals is to get to sustainability. And some people are happy right there. They can stay at sustainability. They're fine at sustainability. We're sustaining this business. We're able to go forth. We're making a profit. People's lives are being impacted. I'm selling my donuts, my cookies. I'm providing my services, whether it's hair services, massage services, nail services, whatever the business is that God has called you to. And then after sustainability, there's something called scalability. Can I scale this? Can I have an east side location and a west side location? That's the scalability. Can somebody come and want my services and I send one of my proteges to provide that service? That's scalability, right? So if I can get to the point where my business is scalable, that is an amazing thing to do. It's people coming by the airport getting a little busy. So I'm gonna close up in here in a minute. How long? Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna close up here in a minute because they're getting busy right now. But anywho, so it's scalability. So once I am scalable, a scalable business means I can franchise this business. Can I franchise it? Does somebody want to buy into this business? That's scalability. Can I leave this as a legacy for my family? That's all part of scalability. And so that we did the discovery, the startup, the break even, the probability, sustainability, scalability, and last but not least is your succession or your exit plan. And you know what? A lot of people don't like to talk about that. I know in most of my businesses, I'm gonna say all of my business, all 4 businesses that I had that we got to the profitability point, never got to the scalability point in my businesses, but who knows, this next one might be scalable. But I never wanted to think about the exit plan. I never wanted to think about the succession plan. I looked at people that I wanted to train and bring up. But if you're really serious about your business, the ultimate goal is succession. The ultimate goal is the exit. So in that, you have to plan the exit. What is that going to look like? Am I going to raise up a protege? Am I going to leave this business to my family? Am I going to sell this business to somebody else in the future? You want to have that in mind, because as you're going and as you're growing, the ultimate goal is succession and exit. So with that, y'all know my husband and I, we deal with ministry and marketplace. This Monday marketplace, Mantle, is more geared towards marketplace. But I wanted to give an example about how we went through those 7 phases in our ministry. So if you want to hear about that, register. I'm going to put the link in the chat. Register on Saturday, May 30th. We'll be in Cleveland, Ohio at the Strongsville Library, and I'll be going over these points. Succession business considers the exit plan. You should always consider that. That's right. Dr. Denise. I was going to call you Pastor. Yeah, so you want to think about the exit plan. So like I was saying, so we did that in our ministry. We went through we had the discovery, the startup, the break even. I'm going to change the names as it relates to ministry, but the process is the same. And our exit strategy was we turned the ministry over to Pastor Russell. So Pastor Russell is the leader of the ministry in Cleveland, Ohio, New Beginnings Ministries. My husband and I, we founded it. We went through all those processes. We was looking for a succession so we can have an exit plan so we can move to Florida. And lo and behold, we were able to do that. So we know a little bit about it, not everything, but that's what it's about. You know a little bit, you share with others to help them to grow and develop and be everything that God has called them to be. So my husband and I, we're called to equip fivefold ministry leaders. And on May the 30th at the Strong Spirit Library, I want to say it's from 10 to 4. I think doors open at 9:30. We'll have a continental breakfast. From 10 to 4, we'll be there sharing. My session is going to be sharing the 7 stages of ministry and business. So today I just talked about the 7 stages of ministry. And in those 7 stages in the marketplace, I talked about the marketplace. We talked about discovery, startup, break even, profitability, sustainability, scalability, and the succession and the exit plan. So those are the 7 stages. Bam. 7 stages of marketplace, 7 stages of your business. Hey, Chunky Monkey, thank you for tuning in. So I'm finishing up because it's getting loud here in the airport. My flight leaves at 7. Please pray for me. I'll be flying into Istanbul. It is 5:42 a.m. here, 5:42 a.m. here, and then we'll be going to Istanbul, and then from Istanbul we'll be going to New York. This is what I want y'all to pray. I want y'all to have a specific prayer. Pray that I make my connecting flight. Because when I first came on, I told you that our flight was delayed for 2 hours, so I was able to sleep in and not come to the airport because they sent a text telling you that there were some technical difficulties and the flight would be delayed for 2 hours. So the flight was delayed for 2 hours. Hey, Miss Cross, thank you for tuning in. The flight was delayed for 2 hours, so we'll be flying out at 7. So I want to say we'll be boarding at 6:30. Actually, they said at 6 o'clock we'll start boarding the flight. So it's getting a little noisy. People are moving around and hustling and bustling. I'll turn the camera around right before I end and show you guys what the airport looks like. But this is a beautiful airport here in Singapore. I'm in Singapore right now. So that's it. I just wanted to show y'all the 7 stages of business. And when you're in business and you're starting a business, you need to know what phase you're in. Am I in the discovery stage? Am I in the startup? Am I in the break even? Am I in the profitability? Am I in the sustainability? Am I in the scalability? Am I ready to come up with a succession or an exit plan? That's what you have to ask yourself. And the 2 places that I help is in the discovery and the startup. So the discovery and the startup stages, if you're in those stages and you need some assistance, those are the 2 stages that I can help you with. Break even, sometimes that's not my specialty, but I do have other coaches and consultants that I work with that can help you with that as well. So let's turn this around, and then I'm gonna turn it back around. It's not super busy right now. So this is the airport, you guys. Thank you, Chunky, I appreciate it. And people are getting ready. I'm just kind of tucked in a corner that I thought wasn't gonna be that noisy, but it got a little noisy as I came over here. So it's been a good time. I'll tell you all about the trip and all the things that we've done and all the business people that we met while we were here. So I am going to end up a little early today. I just wanted to leave y'all with those 7 stages of business. That's what we learned. The conference was all about the 7 stages of business. So we had different people presenting about the 7 stages of business. And it was really cool, you guys, because they had these downloaded these things on your phone that translated. So people spoke French, people spoke Spanish, we spoke English. They were speaking all different kind of languages. So they was able to take this device, download it on their phone, and whatever the speaker was saying, it was translating in their language so they could understand it. So this international world, this global world is getting smaller and smaller every single day. And I thank God for the opportunity to be able to travel and see the world and meet different business people. Oh, please go back and look at my Facebook post. We met some amazing people. One of the guys actually built drones. So, you know, people have drones that they fly around. He built a drone that you can fly in. A person can get in this drone and fly around. it's like a mini helicopter, but it's a drone. So it's just been so amazing, all the technology that we learned about, the engineers and what they're doing with AI and how they're taking AI to the next level. And just please understand, AI is a tool. Please don't be left behind, because it's the wave of the future. One of the things that happened here is pretty much a cashless society. Everything is done digitally. A few places you can play cash, but most of them you have to use your credit card, your Apple Pay, and things of that nature. So again, I am Teresa S. McCurry, the CIO, Chief Inspirational Officer of Super T Inspires, and I'm also the co-founder of McCurry Ministries International. And I come on here every Monday at 12:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to share with you marketplace, mostly marketplace. I talk about ministry a little bit. Marketplace strategy. So Monday, marketplace. Mantle is all about you being equipped for the marketplace and your business to be successful, and for us to come together and collaborate. All right, be blessed, but most of all, be inspired. Thank you guys for tuning in. Have a great day. Bye-bye.